We got us a corpse and cartridge occasion.
Okay, in this video I want to talk to you guys about Lidia, the battle pass, and just how Tekken is currently rolling out their DLC. But before we get to that, we got to take a little detour and talk about EVO, because EVO is doing some things that's absolutely massive. Here's a news article from Dextero. If you're on Twitter, you know this is one of the biggest accounts when it comes to like gaming news. 10,000 people are set to compete at EVO 2024, making it the largest esports event ever by participants. Ever. 10,000 people are showing up together to play fighting games. Every year EVO gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Last year they broke records. The year before that they broke records. Before the pandemic, Tekken specifically was breaking records. This has never been done before. So I wonder, like, where does it go from here? How much more room is there to grow? In my opinion, I think this is just the start. With all of these fighting games doing these incredible things with marketing, with making good games, you know, there is some hiccups here with this character or balancing there or monetization there. But generally, fighting games is stronger than ever, and if they keep this momentum up, if they play their cards right, they can really turn this whole industry upside down. Now, at the time of recording, we don't know how many players are showing up to which game. I know last EVO, which is EVO Vegas, there was 6,000 people for Street Fighter. Harada responded to that by saying that Street Fighter is more popular in Japan than Tekken is. So now that we're going over to the Americas, will Tekken surpass Street Fighter, or will Street Fighter remain on top? But regardless, the 8 games you have here is Street Fighter, Tekken, Guilty Gear. You have a few anime games, Mortal Kombat 1, KOF, and Third Strike. Fire lineup. Now let's take a turn and start talking about the DLC. This post here with 103,000 views, it says, in the span of the time Lidia was announced, Capcom released Akuma and revealed their Season 2 lineup, teased Bison and released him. We still don't know when Lidia will release. Now in my opinion, I think she's going to drop as CEO, like the big announcement for it. They're going to show off gameplay, they're going to show off let's say like the new stage, the photo mode. They may go into a lot of detail. The summer update is something that's massive. But the point that I want to focus on is that, yeah, it seems like the other games are moving so much faster. I don't know if we're just like Tekken fans who are like impatient, but like this says, Akuma released, Lidia was announced, Street Fighter revealed their entire Season 2, and then Bison released, and we still don't have the character. Now, I was talking about this previously because I don't think people really understand. Yes, you can say this and you can point at Tekken and say do better, but also Street Fighter with Akuma and Bison dropped both of their characters before a tournament, and they made that tournament upset. CEO is not happy about Bison dropping 2 days before CEO. The players don't have time to lab the matchup. If you look at Twitter, Bison is doing some crazy things. We know how to pay to win DLC works out, especially Akuma as well. Tekken, they do take those things into consideration. When they're releasing a new character, they don't put it a couple of days before the tournament, they put it after. So that's also factoring into Bison releasing before Lidia, because really I think both of these characters are releasing in the same like week, the same block, but Bison is just, you know, Street Fighter, Tekken's Tekken. Now on the side note, what I want to talk about is this battle pass. This battle pass is blowing my mind. If we jump over to Tekken, that's where you guys are hearing the background music from, you can see, first off, they're giving these 4 outfits here, it's on sale. Half price. Instead of 400 coins, it's now 200 coins, which is basically $2. That's half off. Now, when I look at this, I think, why is the pricing so high on this? There's no way on earth you could tell me that this Shahid skin for an avatar should be $4, and then also like these bundles right here, this wonderful wrestler pack, $4. You mean to tell me these things are equal in value? And that's probably why it's on sale, because no one is really like buying this stuff. Like, buy it. In my opinion, that really should be free. But what I was going to say is, when you take a look at the fight pass, this also explains why people feel like the game is unprepared. Usually in every other game that does a fight pass, a battle pass, as soon as it ends, like it gives you 60 days, 90 days, 180 days to complete it, as soon as it ends, the next one starts. But Tekken is an anomaly. This fight pass ended like, I don't know how many days ago, and we're sitting around with no time, no clue at all when the next one will begin. Now, even though I can sit here and make my own predictions and own assumptions, you shouldn't have to. This fight pass should have extended all the way until the next one started, like every other game does. Now, one thing I will say about this, I had no clue that this was a thing. Maybe some of you guys did, but did you know if you buy a fight pass and you completed all of the levels, you then get your coins back, and then you could purchase the next battle pass with those same coins and then complete it again and get your money back. That's if the battle pass are all the same price, which I'm pretty sure they will be, unless Bandai Namco is really jumping off the deep end. But that's something I never knew before. If I knew that, I would have got the first one. So if you guys are interested in items and whatnot, I would definitely suggest buying the battle pass and then completing it, and then get your coins back, and then use those coins for the next battle pass, and just keep doing that over and over and over and over again. That's really cool. The final thing that I want to talk about, going back to the DLC, Street Fighter is announcing all of their DLC at once. They did it for season 1, all 4 characters. I thought they were just doing it because they leaked, and they were like, okay, it leaked, the jig is up, let's just get it out there. But then for season 2, they said, no, this is how we're going to do things from now on. We heard your feedback, Street Fighter players. You guys don't like when we reveal the characters one at a time. You just want to know what you're paying for. If you're buying a whole battle pass, you want to see the 4 characters that you're purchasing. And Capcom said, okay, here's season 2 all at once. The question that I ask is, does Tekken players also want that? Mortal Kombat 1 released all their DLC at once. I think Guilty Gear still goes one by one, but we're in this weird phase where some games give you all the characters at once so you can see what you're purchasing, and then some other ones do one at a time. Now, I think there's a good and bad to both. All at once, you know what you're buying. Your character's in it or it's not, and you just decide if you want to pay for it. You do one by one, it makes each announcement really exciting, really amazing. You can draw out the hype and the everything, right? It's really cool. But at the same time, a lot of people purchase the battle pass expecting their character to be in it, and their character's not in it. Like if we look at Tekken 8 season 1, right? The characters that they're putting in it is not the ones that people say that they want. So I just wonder, will Tekken eventually change, or will they not because the players don't want it to change? In my opinion, I say yes. Reveal all 4 characters at once, especially if you're going to have stuff leaking. Yes, reveal it all at once so people know what they're purchasing, and then the excitement, the hype can come later. What's more important is knowing what you're paying for and having the proper expectations for each reveal, in my opinion. But that's it. I just want to talk about all these few things before CEO starts. It's going to kick up in a couple of days, and that is going to be incredible. We're talking about EVO, and CEO is going to be fire.